Begin seated on the ground or on top of your sleeping pad. You can sit on your knees or can have your legs crossed, whichever happens to be more comfortable for you. Give yourself a chance to just reside in your body for a moment. Allow your breath to gradually become a little bit deeper. Your exhales to be a little fuller. Feel your belly expand on your inhales, your hips becoming even heavier, and on your exhales, feel your breath rise up alongside your spine, through the crown of your head, growing a little bit taller. If your eyes aren't already closed, allow them to shut whenever you feel comfortable. Give yourself a brief intention or devotion for this practice. Something that will give you something to focus on. It doesn't need to be huge, it doesn't need to be small, it doesn't need to be what someone else thinks is important. Something that is clear and important to you at this very moment, right now. Take a deep breath in, fill up all the way, feel your chest expand on all sides. And on your exhale, side out. Let go. And then when you're ready, blink your eyes open and come over onto your hands and knees, tabletop position. Make sure that your fingertips are spread wide and you've got a straight line from wrist to elbow to shoulders and your knees are directly below your hips. On your inhale, drop your belly, lift your hips, and reach your heart forward, send your gaze up, coming to a cow pose. On your exhale, press through your hands and your knees, arch your back, send your gaze out beyond your knees, cat. Inhale again, drop your belly, open the front of your chest and your gaze up. Be careful for your neck. Exhale, take the opposite shape, curving the opposite way. One more time, deep breath in, space through the front of your body. Keep your fingers wide, and on your exhale, take the opposite direction. And then come back down to neutral. Walk your hands out in front of you a couple inches. Tuck your toes behind you and then send your hips up to downward facing dog. So you're in kind of this upside down triangle. So take a little bend in either knee, shimmy your hips a little bit from side to side. And then come back to center. So for this down dog, take a little bit of a bend in your knees. Fingertips spread really, really wide. Wrap the insides of your elbows towards the front as much as you can. Press your belly back towards your thighs, and then maybe start to re-straighten your legs. It doesn't matter if they come straight. Don't worry about that. Pull your low belly in. One more deep breath in, fill up. Let go. Nice. All right, now take your right foot and place it behind your left, kind of on the top of your heel, Achilles tendon, and allow that foot to just drag the left heel down towards the mat a little bit. So if you're not wearing shoes, then you want that space to be between your first and second toe. If you're wearing boots or shoes, just let the shoe rest on the heel. All right, take that foot up, place it back down next to the other, down dog, and then place your left foot onto the ankle of your right on that Achilles tendon. And gently feel your heel drop down. And keep gently pulling your right hip crease back in space a little bit. Yeah. Then release that foot. And then take it back to your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lead your right leg up into the sky. So when you're in a tripod dog, keep flexing your foot. Make sure that your toes are pointed down. One more deep breath in, lift up a little bit higher. And then on your exhale, bring your knee towards your chest and place your foot between your hands. You might need to take your right hand and help guide up your leg. Make sure that your knee is directly over your ankle. All right. Hands onto the mat. Press through your feet. Hover your fingertips off the mat just a little bit. And then on your next inhale, lift all the way up. High crescent lunge, high lunge. Take a little bend into your left knee first. Square off your hips towards the front. Feel your right hip crease pull back the tiniest bit, and then maybe start to re-straighten your left leg. Yeah, maybe sit a little more deeply into your right knee. Deep breath in. Exhale, take your hands down towards the mat, framing your front foot, low lunge. Place a little bit more weight to your left hand. Peel your right fingertips up towards the sky, maybe even gaze up towards the sky. Keep your left fingertips spread really, really wide. Keep your left hip moving up and away from the mat. Gaze up. And then spin all of your toes over towards the right. I know it's awkward. Keep pressing through your right foot. Keep pressing through the razor edge of your left foot. IT band stretch. And then on your next exhale, turn your toes back towards the front. Take your right hand down. Step your left foot forward so it's right next to your right, forward fold. Take a little bit of a ragdoll pose. A little bend in your knees, sway a little from side to side. You can take your elbows in your hands for a little bit extra weight. And then release your hands down towards the mat, towards your feet. It doesn't matter if they touch. On the next inhale, lift up about halfway, flat back. Press your fingertips into the earth or into your shins. Press into something. Exhale, fold, release back down. Pull your chest towards your thighs. On your next inhale, reverse swan dive with a flat back. Press through your feet. Reach your arms out and up. Palms press above you. And on your exhale, bring your hands in towards your heart. Deep breath in, fill up. Exhale, let go. Next inhale, take your arms out and up, upward prayer once again, and on your exhale, hinge forward at your hips, hands at your heart, release all the way down, forward fold. Breath in, halfway, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, then step back to downward facing dog again. Again, maybe take a little bit of movement in your hips, maybe realign yourself. And remember to press down through your hands, more through your first finger mound and your thumb, taking the weight out of your wrists. Next breath in, pull your left leg up and back behind you. Again, toes facing down. Pull your right hip crease back in space just a little bit so the right side of your body's long as well. Inhale, one more deep breath. On your exhale, bring your knee towards your chest and place your foot between your hands. Again, maybe use your left hand to guide it all the way up so you've got a straight line from knee over ankle. Stack your bones. Hover your fingertips off and away from the earth. And then inhale, come all the way up, high crescent lunge. Again, a little bit bend in your back knee. Drop your tailbone. Gently slide your shoulder blades behind you, your palms face toward each other. And then start to re-straighten that back leg as much as you like. It might come straight, it might not. It's okay. One more deep breath in. Exhale, take your hands down to the mat, framing your front foot. Shift the weight into your right hand. Peel your left fingertips up towards the sky. You're going to stack your fingers on top of each other. Your shoulders are stacked. Keep lifting your right hip up and away from the earth, maybe gazing up. And then spin all your toes over to the opposite side. So come onto the razor edge of your right foot. Keep pressing through your left. Cinch the right side of your body together so your hips can lift up. Deep IT band stretch. Then on your next exhale, turn all your toes back to the front of the room. Hands come down. Step your right foot forward to meet your left. Forward fold. Again, take a little bit of a ragdoll pose. Bend your knees. Sway from side to side. If you'd like, come to stillness, then take your hands and then place them at the back of your neck, at the base of your skull. Interlace your fingertips. Just let your elbows frame your face and let this weigh down your head. If this feels like a little bit too much, back off. Either release your hands or you can take your hands further up onto your back or further down onto your head. Just be mindful. And then if you've taken that bind, release your fingertips back down. Inhale, come up halfway, fingertips into shins or the earth. Lengthen, feel your hips reach back, crown of your head reach towards the front. Exhale, fold again. On your next breath in, reverse swan dive. Take it all the way up towards the sky, palms press. Exhale, hands back down to your heart. Inhale, reach out and up. Take up space. Shoulder blades are down, fingers are up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, come up halfway. Find that resistance. Lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold. All right. Step your left foot back towards the back of your mat and then spin it down at an angle so that you've got heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Press down through your feet. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Your arms are in line with your shoulders. Right hand reaching towards the front, left arm towards the back. Sit deep into your right knee and make sure, again, your right knee is directly over your right ankle. Very nice. Straighten your front leg. Pull your right hip back. Reach the rest of your body towards the front of the room, pivoting forward. Straighten your right leg, and then you're going to tick-tock your right arm down, your left arm up. Your right hand doesn't need to touch the ground. It doesn't matter. It could be on your ankle. It could be somewhere on your shin. And then, if you'd like, maybe send your gaze upward. Keep the right side of your body just as long as the left. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Keep pressing through the outer edge of your left foot. Beautiful. Then keeping your legs just as they are, lift your torso all the way up. Press through your feet as you come all the way. Yes. Then turn your right toes in so they're parallel with your left. Both feet are parallel with each other. Take your hands to your hips, reach your elbows behind you. Inhale, send your gaze up, lengthen, and on your exhale, start to hinge forward at your hips, release all the way down, and then allow your hands to come down as well. If you need to have a little bend in your knees here so your feet can touch, your hands can touch the mat, that's totally fine. Make sure that your toes are ever so slightly pointed in toward each other. On your next inhale, come up halfway, lift up as much as you can, use your fingertips for resistance. Exhale, fold, take it back down again. Okay, this next thing is going to kind of get into your hip flexor, so it might feel weird, it might look weird, it's okay. On your next inhale, you're going to lift out halfway just like that, but then bend your knees, send your hips back. On your exhale, start to forward fold, lift your hips back up again, your legs might come straight. 2 more times like that. Inhale, lift up halfway, bend your knees, send your hips back. And on your exhale, reach your chest down towards the mat, lift your hips up, legs might come straight. 3rd time. Inhale, come up halfway, sit back with your bum. Exhale, fold, lift up with your hips. Yeah, nice. Inhale, come up halfway again, and then start to walk your hands over towards the left so you're at a low lunge at the back of your mat, facing the opposite direction. Step your right foot in a little bit just so you can spin it down at an angle, heel to heel or heel to arch. If you're using a yoga mat, it's going to be about almost parallel to the back of your mat. Press through your feet, spiral all the way up, warrior 2, opposite side. So your left knee is bent. Make sure that your knee is over your ankle. Toes and knees are facing in the same direction. Release your shoulders away from you. Take up as much space as you can, so there's a lot of space between the bottoms of your ears and the tops of your shoulders. Reach your fingertips in opposite directions. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget your intention you set. And then start to straighten your left leg. Pull your left hip crease back. Reach your left fingertips and your torso towards the back, towards that front leg as much as you can. And then tick-tock your left arm down. Your right arm extends up towards the sky. Straight line from fingertips to fingertips. Maybe gaze up. Again, to keep that length in the left side of your body. Keep pressing down through both feet equally. And then keeping your legs just as they are. Press through your feet. Lift your torso up. Turn your left toes in so they're about parallel with your right feet, your right foot. Take your hands down to your hips again. Inhale, lengthen up, tone your belly. Exhale, hinge forward at your hips, keeping that space in your chest, and then release your hands down. Inhale, come up about halfway. Exhale, fold again. Again, it does not matter if your legs aren't totally straight. It's okay. Give your head a little bit of a shake. Notice if your jaw's getting a little bit tight, let it go loose. Nice. Once again, inhale, come up halfway. And then you're going to walk your hands over towards the right so you end up at a low lunge at the back of your mat. Step your left foot in again, this time a little bit more, and you're going to set your foot at an angle, but this time it's going to be at a 45-degree angle. Make sure that your heels are not crossed. Maybe have a little bit of space laterally between your 2 feet. Okay, so it's okay to use a prop here, whether it is, if you're in a house or something, you can have some actual yoga props. If you're outside, you might be using some of your backpacking gear, okay? Hands to either side of your front foot. You're going to start to straighten your front leg, keeping your back leg straight as much as you can as well. Inhale, lengthen out halfway. All right, keep the length in your upper back through your entire spine, and on your exhale, start to reach your chest down towards your thigh. Keep pressing through the outer edge of your left foot. This is pyramid pose. Once again, inhale, lift up about halfway, find length. Exhale, use all that length, hinging forward once again. Again, it's not about how far you go. Beautiful. Once again, come out about halfway. This time, place your left hand onto the ground or onto a prop. Take your right hand to your low back, and then use the resistance of your left hand and start to stack your right shoulder on top of your left. So yeah, so you're twisting in your upper back, but your hips are staying exactly the same. And then, if you'd like, you can extend your right arm up towards the sky as well. Twisted pyramid, revolved triangle rather. Maybe even gaze up What happened to your feet? Still focus on what's happening there. One more deep breath in. On your next exhale, take your right hand down, back to your pyramid pose. Come onto the ball of your left foot, so you're in this kind of like squatty lunge. Step your left forward to meet your right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. All right, bend your knees, hands into mat. Step your right foot back. Again, it's going to be a little bit shorter, and then set your right foot at a 45-degree angle. Make sure that your heels aren't crossed. All right, then start to straighten your left leg. Feel like the left thigh is really, really, really pulling back. Hands onto the mat or onto any kind of props you might have nearby. Inhale, lift out halfway, lengthen. Keep feeling your left hip crease pull back. And on your exhale, start to draw your chest down towards your thigh again. Keep pressing through both feet equally. Being careful not to lock out your joints, lock out your knees. Again, inhale, lift up halfway, take up space. Exhale. Maybe deepen just a little bit more. Okay, next time, come up halfway. Place your right hand into your prop or into the mat. Take your left hand to your low back. Start to stack your left shoulder over your right. Use your right hand for resistance, pressing down into the earth or to your block. Start to gaze up, perhaps try to keep your sacrum level, your low back. And then when you're ready, if you want, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Keep your left shoulder reaching away from your ear. Resist the temptation of it coming close. Keep reaching out through the crown of your head on your inhales. A little bit more twist on your exhales. And then on your next breath out, release your left hand back down towards the mat. Come onto the ball of your right foot. Again, that kind of short, low lunge. Step your right foot forward to meet your left, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Fingertips into your shins or the earth for resistance. Exhale, take it back down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, root to rise. Take your arms all the way out and up, palms press. Exhale, take your hands back into your heart center. Deep breath in, fill up. Deep breath out, let go. Namaste.